My name is Armando Walle. I'm a Texas House member from North Houston, and it's House District 140. Particularly my district is 72% Latino, and I was the first Latino elected to represent after being an 18-year incumbent. So obviously the bread and butter issues, which are American issues, healthcare and education, are the top two issues in my community, particularly because it's young immigrant community that's barely getting to understand what the political process is, and being involved the last 10 years in politics in Houston. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge that myself and others in the community take a huge responsibility. But education and healthcare are the two main issues. Well, I mean, you have several variations of a plan. There's no plan yet to actually critique. I know that the government single payer could be an option. I think that healthcare, particularly in our communities, is not welfare. I've heard that said before, that healthcare is not welfare. It's something that's the moral thing and the right thing to do for our community. So anything that increases access to healthcare for particularly my constituents is beneficial. So we will support that plan, whatever version comes out, and try to champion it. Without a doubt, definitely the Latino community, particularly Texas is a little different. It's not that we're in a bubble. I think we're starting to feel the reminiscences of the recession. We've kind of been insulated the last couple of months, but now with our high unemployment rate, hovering at 7% now, Houston, particularly my region, and particularly Texas itself, is starting to hurt a little bit more. Luckily, we would have had about a $9 billion shortfall in our budget. The stimulus package is going to start helping, but to your question, without a doubt, it's hurting our folks at the lower level, at the bottom of the totem pole. My district is $10,000 per capita income, so it's a very needy district, and we need those jobs. And particularly in the construction trades, the building industry, those are primarily in oil services is what really a lot of my folks work at the refinery plants, offshore as welders, so that a lot of my folks work with their hands. They need those jobs to sustain themselves, obviously. It's something that you take so much pride in. Unfortunately, they can't attack folks that are her critics are attacking. The only thing they can attack is her ethnicity, and unfortunately, and I'll be blunt, that's just race baiting. I mean, she's obviously well qualified. She's had very strong opinions on her her decisions as a justice in the past. So for me, for us as Latino leaders, it's a great honor to be able to see that there's somebody of your background, of a similar background, being nominated to the Supreme Court of the United States. That's, I mean, you just feel the pride, personally, but obviously for her family, for her upbringing, because a lot of us that are Latino leaders probably share a lot of the same background, economic hardships growing up, having one parent or grandparents raise you as a kid. I have a similar story as hers. I mean, you can automatically relate to her because of her story. I mean, I was one that we were on food stamps. At that time, it was food stamps. It wasn't Lone Star card, which is what we had in Texas. We were on Medicaid growing up. So growing up in that type of environment, you can automatically relate to her and just feel the joy of having someone like her nominated.